Good morning and welcome back to another installment of Woodchuck Canuck. We're at the end of another kiln run. We got our 2 quarts of firewood down to about an average of 15%. And today we're going to talk about this and what precipitated all of that. We'll get into that shortly. So for those of you that are new to the channel, this is Mrs. Woodchuck Canuck. And this is our kiln. And this is a kiln that we built back in 2017. Yeah. And just a 10 by 20 building. I milled all the lumber for it. It's just 2 by 4 walls. The floor is pressure treated. Salvaged from an old deck, 2 by 6, and all the boards are poplar on the outside. We were going to do board and bat, and then we just put up the boards. And said, yeah, no, that's good enough. So they've held on quite well, and it just was weathered great for the longest time. And a couple of years ago, Gina took it upon herself. She couldn't stand the weathered gray anymore, and she stained the whole thing black. And so that black building resulted in us doing this black building. We started that last year. We got the 2 shipping containers. They're filled with kiln dried, which is what we sell through the winter time, and some of our own house storage. So we did the roof there about a month and a half ago, and we'll do another video on the whole thing involving that. As soon as we get the back end walled in, and then we're waiting on a garage door for the other end. So yeah, we'll do another video on that in probably end of October, maybe November. So yeah, that's where we're at. What we have there is a mouse hole in the wall. I was going to do a review there shortly on, we've got just over 100 sessions of the kiln running. So I just want to do a little follow-up and see the wear and tear on the kiln itself and the different things that we've done, like little improvements along the way. They say that kilns are hard on steel for corrosion and that sort of thing. And what I find interesting, and I mean, you can notice on the door that there's some corrosion there. I did spray like the inside of the guts of it with WD-40. You see like the pitting, and that's just a cheap metal. Same with the guts in here. I mean, the doorknob everything still works fine. But so one of the improvements we made to the door was this. It's like an automotive trunk rubber gasket. You find them on trunks. What I did was I took some 2-inch steel and went all the way up and around, back down the other side, and then we put this trunk seal on, and that made a huge difference in air getting out and escaping. What else did we do? We strung these up so that when the wood gets rolled in, these are unencumbered, like they don't get hooked up. I had this for when the fans blow. This is an original install, and it flaps a little bit in the wind while it's all sealed up. So over there they started to tear, so I just took some thin plywood and we screwed that up there, and that works great. When this starts to deteriorate, I'll do the same thing over here. What else? I mean, the motors are in great shape. Back to the corrosion thing, like I said, you can see this corrosion there, some scale. But over on this side, the steel is literally still brand new. The tracks, there's no rust on them. So it's just certain areas. The fans are working great. Haven't had an issue. The Nile kiln, the compressor went on it just about a year ago, and we couldn't get anybody. Someone showed up and had a look at it, but they never came back to fix it, and we can't seem to get anybody else to come down, so we left it. What we did, we bought a couple of commercial dehumidifiers, and that's what we're using. And that's working out okay. The spray foam is holding up. I mean, very little to no change in it whatsoever. You know, you might bump into it every now and then with some wood. The only thing is infiltration of ants. I'm pretty sure on the corner of this building, in the 2x4s, it's all ants. We've killed them a couple of times. These holes remain. They basically burrow their way through, and then they drop all the little bits that they're cutting away, because I'm sure that's a hollow cavity up in there. And so my solution to that was, when I start seeing traces of it again down here, I go boil some water and I just squirt it in these holes, and then they're gone for usually a year or more. So yeah, so the only resident we have right now is this hole. It came, what was it you said, last week?
Yeah.
So a mouse ate his way through here, and yes, when we loaded the kiln a couple days ago, that hole was hollow. There was a cavity inside there. Now it's all filled up with stuff. So what I did, I went to town, and I didn't know there was stuff called mouse shield, but it's a spray foam. And so I'm gonna apply that in there. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. That's a big hole. Wow.
I'm gonna take some boards off the outside too.
Wow. I'm emptying that can in there. And it's not coming out of that hole yet.
Oh, no. Let me go look outside. Coming out here.
Oh, it's coming out outdoors? Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll just stop that for now then, because that can's almost empty. Wow.
There's a mouse up there. He came out. He went around the back of the building. You see him?
He went up. He just went up in there. Yeah, love to reset our traps again. See if we can catch him. So where was it coming out to?
Right here. And then it fell down there.
Right.
But he came out here, one of these holes, and started walking across the thing. I thought he was going to fall down on me.
So my guess is, I mean, you can see evidence here of where they've been chewing and nesting.
Yeah.
Up here, over here, all the way over. The big one there, all the way up over there.
That's been like that for years.
Yeah.
So we know. But look at all the, is that styrofoam bits?
Yeah.
In the ground?
So the fact that he come out of that hole while I was squirting means that must have been his main home.
Yeah. It wasn't small either, like.
No, he was quite large. Okay, so at some point we'll have to tear these boards off and investigate. For now, this is about done. Let's see if I can empty a little bit more in that hole. Okay. Alright, so that's that. Probably should have wore gloves. I'll just scrape that on there. So, I don't know why. I mean, there must be something in it that mice don't like. I mean, he skedaddled. He took off out of there probably because it was just spray foam anyway, so I don't know, unless there's a chemical in it that they don't like. So, yeah, so when that sets, I'll just cut that off and continue on as if we're normal. Ready to go?
Ready to load.
Ready to load. Alright. There we got 8 more crates, 2 cords, hardwood going in. Our carts are worse for wear. We've fixed different ones a couple of times over the years, and they're about to go again. You can see that's broken. This one's in really bad shape. I think we're going to have to do something about that now. See you later.